Hello everyone, welcome to a new video for the gold price prediction based on Elliott wave analysis, and we're gonna see what the gold is doing today after of course this correction that we have predicted before as an ABC 3 waves towards the downside. We got another ABC of course to finish a major wave B here, and we finish of course a final wave C to finish a wave A perfectly on the 1-to-1 fib level, taken from the A to the B to the C here, of course giving us at a $3,150 for the wave A finished. Now currently we are looking of course for something moving in for higher prices. Definitely we would like to see continuation, potentially for a massive correction after 3 waves down. You would like to see 3 waves up potentially, and then 1 2 3 4 5 towards the downside again. So basically we are looking for a wave B. Now, definitely, of course, a wave B can be a zigzag. It can be, of course, a very high zigzag, taking the all-time high again, of course, finishing at kind of like an expanding flat, right? A, and then B, and then C towards the downside again. Now, why I'm looking on like much more higher possibility here for lower prices, because on the all-time history or on the daily chart, we are looking for 2,500. We have topped for the gold here at 3,500 in a wave 5. And currently we are looking at least for 2,500 as a correction in all case scenarios. We're gonna move, of course, very fast for this. But before we move for the all-time high, we are looking potentially here for an impulse as a wave 1. Of course, it can be, don't forget that it can be an ABC. So let us also put this scenario as a B and a C here, where you might finish simply a very small zigzag toward the upside, finishing with it a wave B very short. Okay, so we have to be careful with it. Alright, so basically I'm gonna clean up this area. No need for this anymore. We have hit actually this one also, 1-to-1 fib level. This is all what we need to keep, right? Yeah, so in the blue box we can also remove it. Now basically the 1-to-1 fib level is also at 3,285 is required for an A, B and a C here, potentially of course to finish a major wave B for this correction, but I see it a little bit low possibility, guys, because this is a very shallow time as well. I would like to see, of course, a little bit more time for the wave B to unfold and then moving toward the downside. Therefore, I'm still looking internally, of course, for a little bit higher here before moving toward the downside. Now, basically, why I'm looking in a bigger overview for lower, let's just remind you about, of course, what we are looking at here. Let's go to the all-time history. So basically, we are looking at a leading diagonal here, potentially in the 1, 2, and then 3, 4, and a 5. So basically, your wave 4, this scenario is the deepest, where you might hit, of course, the blue zone for a wave 4, which is, of course, between the 0.23, 0.38, and then moving toward the upside for a wave 5. Now, this is very deep. This is the ultimate bearish right now, right? The normal bearish scenario is finishing an A, B, and a C. Your wave C is a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5. You're looking for a wave 4 in an impulse without hitting, of course, the wave 1, interfering with it. You don't want to see it interfering unless you become in a diagonal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. If you interfere with this zone 1, we're gonna see it later, which it can be, of course, in between this area. But basically, first I'm gonna test the 0.23 exactly, right, which is the most common for a wave 4 and a 5 at 2,586, and this is a minimum target, and that because of course we have finished anyway. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 finished. Also inside is finished and topped, and we're moving, of course, for a minimum target 2,500 for the gold. That was it for the gold. Thank you for watching. Thank you for your likes and comments. See you in the next one. Bye bye.